I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I
I
am
am California of the past.
Hi, my name is Gary Kazumi Oda. I'm a third-generation Sansei Japanese American born in San Luis Obispo, California in May of 1941. I was raised in Berkeley since 1945. The Sansei, third and fourth generation Yonsei, usually have an American first name, a Japanese middle name, and a Japanese last name. The first generation Issei, my grandparents, and the second generation, my parents, typically have a Japanese first name and a Japanese last name. Thus, my parents were Masami and Kazuko Oda. This is a picture of my mom and myself in the backyard, which gives you an idea of my age shortly before being interned, first in Poston, Arizona, and later in Topaz, Utah. In Topaz, I had a wagon, toys, and other such things. Among these prized possessions, and to this day, the most prized one was a flat U.S. military Army hat my uncle Jim Ota gave me while on a visit to Topaz in 1944 before shipping off to combat in Europe with the 442nd Regimental Combat Team. His wife, Auntie Mary, was interned there with the rest of the Odas. I proudly wore that hat all over Topaz as a toddler. When I was about 8 years old, Uncle Jimmy told me about some of his combat experiences. In one instance, he related to me that while in camp overnight on a bluff, he heard some rustling in the bushes, and he threw some grenades into the bushes. The next morning, while searching the bushes, he found the bodies of two dead young 18 or 19-year-old German soldiers. He then expressed to me how terrible he thought war was, and that he was actually put in a position where he actually killed such young men. He also lost his firstborn son, Stephen, in Topaz while he was in combat in France. And on that very day Stephen died, Uncle Jim said he was almost killed in combat. He felt in his heart that this was actually a trading of lives. This hat will always remind me that Uncle Jim was part of what was considered the greatest generation. They won the war and rebuilt America into the economic powerhouse it remains today. Later during the Vietnam War, I served 2 years from 1966 to 1968 in the U.S. Air Force as an optometrist in the eye clinic in the base hospital at Vandenberg Air Force Base. Now, this is a very hat I wore at Vandenberg, almost identical to the hat Uncle Jim gave me at Topaz.